to begin by thanking all the families, friends, and faculty who are here today. I think I speak on behalf of many of my fellow students when I say, I thought I might never make it to this day. I'm sure that many of you, upon learning that our graduation was at 9 o'clock in the morning, may have shared this sentiment. However, for those of us who have had clinical at 6:30 a.m. for the last 2 years, this is a welcome break. But, all joking aside, this is a truly seminal moment in each of our lives, and we're honored to be sharing it with you. It's difficult to synthesize everything we've gained in the past 2 years, but there are 3 main themes I'd like to touch on. One of the things we're taught in nursing school is how to be a critical thinker. We're asked to dig beneath the surface, to question, to trust but also verify, and to speak up when something doesn't feel right or make sense. An important part of being a critical thinker is to stay curious. I believe that this propensity for curiosity that is instilled in us is not only a boon to our professional success, but also to our personal success. Not only will remaining curious help us to become experts in our field, it will enable us to deepen the interpersonal connections we forge with our patients, our coworkers, and each other. The field of nursing is incredibly and wonderfully diverse. Every day we care for and work with people who are different from us, whether they come from a different country, speak a different language, or hold a different set of values. Everyone has something to teach us. This might be a classmate who teaches us how to introduce ourselves in Spanish or in Arabic so that a patient who does not speak English feels more comfortable. It might be a chaplain who offers advice on how to broach the delicate subject of a do not resuscitate order. Maybe it's a patient who's lived so long with a health condition that they can teach us more than we can teach them. Being genuinely interested in people's lives, backgrounds, and beliefs builds rapport, builds a human connection. It lets people know that we care about them and not just their diagnosis. So as we begin our professional practice, let's guard against complacency and remember to retain that curiosity. The second topic I'd like to mention is that of service. As nurses, we're called to serve people when they are most vulnerable. Whether it's a patient who's just undergone surgery or a family member who's grappling with the possibility of losing a loved one, nurses are the gatekeepers of not only people's physical well-being, but also of their mental, emotional, and often even spiritual health. We all know that there will be days where we want to pull our hair out. Already, there have been days where we've been thrown up on, emptied a Foley catheter onto our feet, perhaps, I don't know, maybe, held our breath against an array of odors, witnessed heartbreak and loss, and gone home utterly depleted. In those instances, let's remember to also take care of our own needs. In a way, the key to serving the world is caring for the self, because it's only when we are at our best that we can best serve others. The third thing I'd like to touch on today is the idea that this convocation is as much a celebration of a beginning as it is of an ending. When I first came to the University of Texas, I learned our slogan, "What starts here changes the world." You've heard it today. I'll admit it, at first I was skeptical. I thought, isn't that a bit pretentious? I can tell you now, I have done a complete 180. When we leave here this morning, I would go so far as to say that we not only have a license, but a responsibility to change the world. Already, the students here today have helped restructure courses in our curriculum, have mentored and tutored upcoming future nurses. We've learned to be advocates for marginalized populations and how to organize relief efforts in the case of a large-scale disaster. Students here have designed educational material for elementary schools, middle schools, and Head Start programs. They've collaborated to create tools to meet the healthcare needs of Austin's homeless. Affecting change has been a fundamental value in our education, and I charge my peers to use their curiosity as a catalyst for change as we go forward. Whether that means questioning the status quo on a unit, sharing insights on a certain protocol, or brainstorming new ideas for a research project, the cumulative effect of a group of dedicated individuals impacting change at a small level will have exponential effects. Finally, a word for my classmates. Let's take a moment to reflect on the experiences we've shared over the last 2 years, from the hysterical to the mundane, from the exhilarating to the exhausting. Whether this was the solidarity of not being the only one awake at 5:30 on a Saturday morning finishing a care plan, or the camaraderie and grim determination of studying for more hours than humanly possible. We've combed research articles until we went cross-eyed and still found time to discuss body fluids over lunch. We've made lifelong friends, shared ridiculous experiences, and compiled a shocking amount of photographic evidence along the way. This emergent property, born from each of our contributions and personalities, will change when we leave here today. But as we step out into this next phase of life, I'm confident that we can spread the same spirit of friendship and collaboration wherever we go. So let's all remember to stay curious, let's take care of ourselves as we care for others, and let's go forth with the confidence that we've been given the tools to start changing the world. Thank you.